Hello! Hello and welcome back to Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. We're gonna solve this mystery that's going on with the death of Chihiro. Ooh, very, very, very cool. And I remember not knowing where the fuck I needed to go. So that's where we are at the moment, basically. Perhaps in the laundry? I don't know, maybe? Hello? No? What is that? I can't imagine the vending machine has anything to do with the case. What do you mean, Makoto? Of course it has something to do with the case. In fact, it has everything to do with the case. Okay. I went in the warehouse, there's nothing else. Maybe I'll talk to her again. Like, I need more clues, but I don't know. Anything else to say? Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the way. Oh wait, no, I remember that.
Are you what? Because I. Oh well. Yes.
Yeah. 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 What about my waifu Hina? Anything else to say? Yes, no?
Well.
Alright. Ah, this is confusing. I am confused. Where else should I go? I already talked to him. My setup is lagging. Okay.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it! I'm sorry, Chihiro. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. This is the girl's bath. Come on, man. Don't be such a pussy. Go in. Anything else in the library? I saw it was definitely on. It was definitely right. Oh, no, that's why Byakuya was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Aha! I got a thing. Guess not. What about here? Wait, that's the same thing. What about here? Well, what about here? There's a thick layer. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Well, I got something new. That's not what I... The fuck is that up there? I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Someone take it out of the archive. The only one who would do something like that. Can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Ding dong, bing bong. Aha! I've done it.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yay!
The class trial.
I have been
You
waiting for it,
remember where to
Monokuma.
meet, right?
Of
Please
course
go
I
through
do.
the red door on the first floor of the school.
Okay.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin? The red door is right. Okay. Okay. I just gotta save. So is everyone ready or what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is? You really don't remember? Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time. Yep. Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out of here, shrieking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. Well, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle on. Hustle on to the elevator. Let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujidaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right there, right here. It's her. You're a piece of shit. I'm not gonna talk to anyone. Let's just get right in. We have no choice, right? We have to do this. Yes. Give a small nod and reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. But each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Elevators don't hesitate, you silly boy! Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. Hey! What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes. Okay. Okay. Boom. Increase the time limit for each phase effective during the class trial. Increase the influence gauge by 2. Increase the time limit for... Oh! Okay, I equipped everything. Good. All rise!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, if you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone. Okay, let's talk.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file.
Okay, wait. I just gotta make... No. Please tell me the sound isn't too fucking loud.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Ah! Take that!
Shoot!
What?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting.
God damn it.
Poor Chihiro.
Chihiro's, it appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Boom!
No, that's wrong.
Take that!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you
Fucking
don't mind,
idiots.
I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish seal. You just repeating what he said. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Ooh. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. There's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time that will... but if your action difficulty is set to gentle white noise, which case you can forget, well then... Gentle? Fuck out of here, bro. I'm not a pussy. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Oh,
Hey, so speaking of genocide, I don't
fuck.
know who that is.
3-1. Oh, okay, so I just got it right click. I thought I had to.
I'm sure.
No!
Shoot.
Oh my god. Oh my
The
god.
culprit
I
is
never did
genocide.
that.
Case closed.
But that's it.
Why?
What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
I'm sorry, waifu, but I'm gonna have to contradict you on this one.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
Yes, very
First is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Yes, very well, very well.
That's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Yes.
More important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every genocide, if I'm not mistaken, how the victim was positioned. I got it!
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
Aha!
Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, it's Toko.
Yup, exactly.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Of course it is. That's so obvious.
What? Hey, okay, on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
She has dissociative identity
Is
disorder,
Toko
too.
Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Aw, look at her. She's dead. It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yep. That's it. Dissociative identity disorder? No. What? It's not. Oh, it is. Fuck. Shh. No. Shiz. Shiz. Ship. Shit. Shiz. Schizo. I see.
Now I
Schizo. I was. my brain wasn't
Is it
thinking of
because
that.
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it?
DID.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly
Very
acceptable.
realistic. Exactly.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior changed.
You're talking
Oh,
about
take
how
that!
she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah. What, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The one that's the front and the back, top bigger than the bottom. I see a tooth in the web locker.
She was acting funny.
She was
that's
acting.
for sure.
Oh,
That
that's right.
melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, that's why she's so reserved.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
Huh.
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
What did you
have
expect?
only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oh shit, he's harsh.
Besides, you broke your promise first.
Oh.
You said that as long as you were here, No matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
Holy
I
shit.
hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Togo's body sound lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second, she's like, "Oh, okay, I see."
There. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not
Ah!
Jill, that's a loser name.
Fuck,
and
you have
what
a
happened
big
was textbook
tongue now.
split personality.
True, that
One
is
of them
a loser
happens to be
name.
a serial killer.
But
You
Genocide
just
Jill
wanna
isn't
find
good
out
either.
what's
What the fuck? Why are your teeth so sharp and your tongue so long?
Intense.
Yeah.
They say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
What the fuck? This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
What if she got framed?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty
shit.
maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's
I don't know about that.
evil if you want to survive. The act
Not
of
really.
living itself causes pain for everyone.
I'm fine. I'm
Just
fine.
kidding again.
Yeah. Yeah.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Nah,
There's
she got
clearly
framed.
a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours,
Yeah.
an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Okay, but why did they switch both arrests? Like, what I'm trying to understand right now, the only thing that doesn't make sense is why the two
Well,
restroom,
let's
the two
assume
locker
that
rooms were
Toko's
switched,
secret
like
was
the
about
carpet
Genocide Jack.
and the poster.
If a secret like that
Like,
came
why?
through, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
I had a feeling.
But I
She got
cannot
framed.
imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Yeah, probably Byakuya.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
I think
Do you really
Byakuya framed her
expect any of us
and wanted to.
believe you?
Yeah, I could never.
I
believe
am
a word you
believing
say,
her.
You monster.
I've played so many Among Us. It's just the obvious doesn't make sense. You gotta think. You gotta think outside the box. You gotta think what the big brains are doing. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said, "Need to get some more details about all of this." All right. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
But there are no scissors.
You killed her.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. There is no. She always used scissors, right?
When you compare your
the modus operandi.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, no, actually, you're wrong. I feel like this is Byakuya.
Are the methods of murder
Because
really
this
exactly
revolved
the
highly.
same?
Oh,
I'm not so sure about that.
yeah, no, they're not the same. And also, this chapter revolved around Byakuya a lot.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee!
Creation of mine.
Hell nah! Get the fuck out!
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Because there's one clear difference between the murders. Photos from the others. Here you'll see it clear. The style of the victim's fatal injury.
For one,
but
the cause of
also,
death is different.
Why I think it's Byakuya, because the only other person that knew that they got hung up is Byakuya.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
So I'm 90% sure it's Byakuya and 9% sure
According
it's
to the case file,
well
they were all
Toko,
apparently
and
killed with
1% sure
a
it's
pair of
Celeste.
scissors.
Celeste, you're always on my list of suspects.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Of course.
Yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's
True.
more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to killing?
So,
That's
are you saying
gross.
The other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference related to how she was suspended. In the photos, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend her?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Oh, use the extension cord. That's why it's
Well,
him.
in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Byakuya, you're going down.
Guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Big Mac, hell
Listen up,
yeah.
Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Boys.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Byakuya, you're awfully silent. You're awfully quiet. Look at the names. Wait. Because Chihiro was a girl. Her lover, what the
Is it
fuck?
because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yeah. Ken Harada. Tetsuhiro.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The
What's
fuck?
wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
Ah, he called it!
Now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Bro, the
Would an Italian
fanfic
chef
guy
suddenly start
called it.
making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
But she wasn't.
Lowly? Kurt?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement?
Ooh.
Be the obvious suspect.
Oh, she's right.
Does make some amount of sense. Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
She has them on them.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She has them on her. Yep.
She's fully equipped.
That's right. So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
Yeah, it's
I have no
Byakuya.
idea what's going on anymore.
I do.
Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
I had a feeling it wasn't Toko. They were making it too obvious. Like I had a feeling
The
this
body
game would
really
make it
was
too
suspended,
obvious.
right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
It's Byakuya. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person. Yep. That person is Junko! What? No way!
Here's
Oh, look
my
at his
answer.
face.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide
Yep.
Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her. So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Since the beginning, Byakuya.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
How did you know
wanted to
nobody
go to the
searched?
girls' locker room right away, right?
Oh.
But since you're a guy,
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I'll fucking share it to you. What the fuck? What's the strange thing, Makoto? I'm lost. It was a clear contradiction. Need to make it clear to everyone. Next, we're going to add something called the truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature many times if you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie contradiction, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make you... Holy shit, this is so complicated. What's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Man, what the fuck? File number 2. What is that?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you?
Wait, that's right!
You said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Fuck.
Shoot!
I'm sorry, waifu.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out...
That's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room.
There was no time. What's so strange? You wish you'd taken me with you?
It's strange. Wait.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Ah, I see. Okay, I can... Oh, I see. So it's not that hard, actually.
The victim
I thought you could
was
just take any sentence, but no, you can't. Oh, get fucked.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. Ooh! That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
This is a clash of titans.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the Genocide Jack murders. Evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. Could it be the fucking extension cord? Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, get out of here. You didn't see it anywhere in your life. Nah.
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What?
An extension cord?
Of course.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
That's exactly it. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. You know we're gonna kill you, right? As if he's not even involved. Wait,
What's
not even
wrong?
involved?
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
Don't tell me it's not him. What the fuck?
Not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Oh my god, it's not him.
The
fuck, this game is so
but can
misleading.
we hold on just a second. I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker rooms, but does that mean that I'll just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about. Oh fuck.
Shoot.
Fuck. Well, I don't remember what he said. Shit.
I got it.
The crime.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it
Yep,
possible
it
that
did.
the murder
That's why
took
everything
place
got-
somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the
Surely
scene
there
of the
is.
crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe
course.
I do.
Hey Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? Of course, when the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, you'd been so confident up until now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere
Don't
else.
just move on without permission? What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls. More than one. These and this.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Big boobed supermodel. Huh? Don't you think it's kind of strange that a big boobed supermodel, there was
Why
a
would the
picture
girls'
of her
locker room have a
in the boys'
poster like
in the
that?
girls' locker room?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Jesus.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Hey man,
So
what if we
you're
like boy
saying
bands?
That maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on
Guys,
the
she doesn't want to admit it, but she actually just took a shit on the carpet. And she switched them because she was embarrassed.
But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Dude, you just admit it. You shat in the fucking locker room. No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it!
I
The
got
stain
it!
on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
Yep.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device.
Oh, she borrowed one.
But Chihiro's handbook
and from the
should have
dead
only
students.
allowed her access to the
That's
girls'
why
locker
Leon's
room.
doesn't work anymore,
She
right?
had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did
did.
have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Yep. He
I
knows.
highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Did she really have gotten into the boys' locker room? Yes, she could have. Broken well, it is broken. Wait, that's true.
Is it
Am I
really
arguing against
possible?
it?
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
I mean,
I'm sure that would have
true.
been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but I'm sorry, but it was broken.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible.
Yeah.
I'm struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Isn't there a
Fucking
regulation
stoner.
against using someone else's handbook?
Actually,
No.
the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? She was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who did it. Really? Still, I don't know what else I can do.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the?
Kyoko's the one to save
You
me.
finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
what?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real? real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Kyoko really is the fucking savior here. She's the smartest one. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
They've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Ooh, you want to check it
Be sure
again?
to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Hell yeah.
Examine her carefully.
Oh my god.
Like using our
Oh,
hands?
hell yes!
No way, no way, no way, no way,
My
no way!
venoms. Oh. My venom senses are
Probably best
tingling!
if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body.
Hey, that's
Let boys
sexist!
do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
I don't know, she was very uncomfortable around girls.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Please excuse the intrusion. Oh my god. That is what you need to say every time you're about to have sex. Please excuse the intrusion, and then you have sex. That's fucking gold. Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her
Be sure
body.
to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes are staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form, her massive frame trim.
This girl is...
She's a boy! Oh my god!
Is what?
What? She's a boy!
Is a boy!
Oh my god! What?
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Good thing I wasn't fucking simping for her.
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what, you guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone.
Oh,
huh?
that was his secret.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Yeah, let's get back to the trial. Oh my god, we've been trapped.
Apologize
We have
for keeping you
officially been
waiting.
trapped.
Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
The thing that Chihiro is actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming
Oh.
his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
And that's why he didn't want to go training with
Of course
them.
his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
That's why he was so
then,
uncomfortable with
there
them.
should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yes, we just explained
I
it.
still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally
No.
become clear.
Why did he get
Okay,
moved?
well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think
No.
Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just
Yeah, but
seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
But
Plus,
he might be
the
lying.
evidence he left behind was
He's a
little
good
too-
imposter. That's
How
it.
can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
What if it's actually Toko? Like, not Genocide Jack,
I
but
just
Toko.
happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
What the fuck? Why?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
What if it actually was
Go
Toko
ahead.
then?
Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed.
And he
along
wanted to
with the
put the
rest of us.
sauce on her.
If you're really telling the truth, then why?
I
Why
feel
did
like
you do
that's
that to his
it.
body?
My reasons hardly matter right now.
I feel like it
Uncovering
is
the culprit
Toko and he
is
did
much
that
more
so the
important, wouldn't you
suspicion
say?
would be put on her.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear
Don't tell me it's
Byakuya
him.
did it.
Please don't tell me it's the stoner dude.
No,
No!
I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever,
Not
we
the
need to
stoner
explore every
dude.
possibility.
Not the fucking stoner dude. You can't kill two. You can't kill all of my fucking favorite
Because if
characters.
we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
Yes.
We still have time to make our decision.
This is gonna be a long episode. Just like the last trial. They're very
all on
long.
the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Of course. But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure we know about the killer. Chihiro was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a... The killer is a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook. No, it's the stoner dude, isn't it? Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. It's Leon! In other words, it had to have been a guy. Not Leon, but that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Don't fucking please. Don't tell me it's Stoner Dude. Fuck. Hey.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Fuck.
Shoot! Isn't there a single clue?
Did nobody get...
I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at...
Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, that's wrong.
Nah, that's not true.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
What the fuck?
Hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that
True.
is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of time.
But
and
that's because he was a guy.
lied.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
Wee wee. Sorry, that's my mother.
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that?
Huh.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on
I'm
two pieces of
confused.
evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
What if it was an accident?
Easy for you to say, but fine.
What if it was? What if he
Did you notice
killed
anything
himself?
special about the bag or jacket?
Like
The
an
bag
accident.
was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Oh man, I'm not hyped for this. Fuck, my favorite characters just keep going out.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Yeah, why?
I got it! He picks that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Perhaps?
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Haha.
Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Okay.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's alright, what he just said now. How did he know?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific
Oh my god,
tracksuit?
it is the stoner dude. Fuck.
He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even, because exercising.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
No?
Shoot.
What the? Where's the contradiction? What
First
the
of all,
fuck?
we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose this specific...
What's Celeste's account exactly? On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, she was spotted leaving the warehouse. She was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel. Presumably, she's running away. The clothes were not found at this.
What do you mean, the specific track?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
No! No, not Mondo!
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Oh no! Fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago.
Oh
she said-
no!
She never
No!
said anything about the jacket's color.
No!
So why
No!
did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a
No, it's
matter of
Mondo!
fact, it
It's
was
fucking Mondo!
And before we
It wasn't
began
on
the
purpose,
trial,
was it?
Did you tell anyone that?
the only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
No!
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
That was my little brother.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Oh,
He walked past
man.
me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, I'm so
According to
fucking
Celeste's
bummed.
testimony,
Oh, fuck this game, man. Fuck this game. They're just taking out all of my favorite characters right now.
when Celeste noticed it,
Is it because
Chihiro
I'm hanging
made a
out with
point of
them?
making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Oh,
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your
Yes, it
true
was.
intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
I want to die.
What made you so suspicious?
Oh my
That's a
god,
good
fuck
question.
this game. Because I hate him. The way he talked, the way he was acting.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Oh.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
No.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Oh, man.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time
Oh.
has nearly come.
Bakira! You
That's
fool!
what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Oh, man. I hate this game
Actually,
so much.
no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Oh, I disconnected from the Discord call. So I was saying that I'm leaving. You found it on the ground, right? Then it must.
Shoot!
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
I'm
was
relieved it's not
totally sure
Stoner
I
Dude,
found it.
but very bummed out
Then
it's
it must
Mundo.
hold some clue about the culprit, right?
This game just keeps
Well,
like throwing you in
that's
one
what I was
direction, and then no, it's the other
But
one, and then
it's
no,
busted.
it's the other one.
It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Ooh. How did the handbook break? There's only one possible. By hitting its weak point.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that?
Of course I remember that.
Maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Oh, poor Monokuma just fucking tells.
Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
No, Monokuma, just
Then
fucking
allow
tell
me to
us.
make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long,
Oh.
it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
And guess
I
who
flippin'
was
knew it.
You
in the
knew it?
sauna?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of
He's
air
gonna get
around your
ran
skin.
over by motorcycles,
If
and I'm
the
gonna hate
hot
it.
air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone,
Because Mondo and
Indeed.
Mondo and him
Then
did a.
what if they found out by accident?
What
Yep.
do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who
I
took their
do.
handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the
Might have brought.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, but little... And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong.
Aw,
You never
it
killed-
was an accident. It had
I
to
don't
be an
accept
accident.
this. Show me the proof.
I
The
I
actual
honestly
solid
see
proof.
Mondo getting in the fight, but I don't see Mondo like killing someone like Chihiro. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What did I wait? What did you find? Oh, the card reader, perhaps.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Fuck.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
True, Mondo's handbook broke during the sunshine effects. Wait, how?
Let's
What?
test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay, wait. No. In like a locker room, you need to swipe your handbook. You need a male student's in. It's not possible. Drunken Psycho's handbooks will seem. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently. However, Monokuma claims very likely that Leon's handbook would have broke. Because it's not Leon's handbook! It's Mondo's handbook!
If Mondo's handbook is actually
Oh!
broken, then that proves that what Makoto said.
Well, my goddamn handbook works.
No, that's
Oh
wrong.
my god, I see! It's not Leon's handbook, it's Mondo's handbook.
Mondo,
Oh, shit.
the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
It's Leon's.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that
No.
says loaning out your handbook
We already
is
talked
prohibited?
about this, Hina.
Well,
Come on,
Here's
waifu.
how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit, but no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is
Oh
not
my God.
a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way,
No.
everything will become clear.
This is taking so long. Oh, I see. I can't wait to make the fucking sounds for this. Holy shit. Yeah. Phew. Ah. With that. No, man, it didn't happen like that, did it? It's not like it didn't happen like that. Wait. Oh my god. Or this is really hard, actually. This is really fucking hard. I know these. This is hard, man. This takes a lot of concentration. This is so hard, man. What the fuck?
The killer
I want to
is
reenact to see
you.
what I got.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Sha!
Last
Damn!
night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel
What are
bag.
you doing, little one? Nothing. Clink.
That something
What is
was
that,
a blue
fool?
tracksuit. You can
Yeah.
confirm this, right, Celeste?
How did you say it? Nothing. Bye.
With bag in hand,
Ah!
Chihiro headed
Act
out,
2. Oh, that's
even
Act
though
2.
it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Simple. She was what? Come on. This?
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah. You're right. Right?
With bag in hand,
Right?
she made her. But how could?
What the fuck? This?
Here's exactly what happened. With she made. But how could the victim?
Oh my god, I don't understand. What the fuck? What the fuck? This?
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm so confused. Holy shit, this is hard, man.
With bag in hand,
This is hard.
she made her. But how?
Oh my god, kill me. Someone, please. Someone, please. Just fucking kill me. How do I do this? Is that it? Because that's fucking dumb.
Here's exactly what happened.
Please tell me that's it.
With
That's it, right?
She made. But
Of
how?
course that's it. Yes! Beep! Click!
Simple. Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with
Hey.
someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Creak! Cha cha!
It seemed that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell.
This is really
approached the
anime.
unsuspecting Chihiro
Da da! Da da!
and attacked him.
バカだ。お前はもう死んでる。Split!
And
Splat!
that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Boom! Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I did it.
was
I really
likely
killed
the
her.
heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Or him, sorry. Yes, unplanned. Roll, roll,
Which
roll.
is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Hup. What? Oh, I'm gonna die. This is gonna be fun. This is right. This must be right, right? This? One second. Or this. So I am going to lose.
The killer is.
Okay, I think
you,
I've got it.
Which is then.
Oh my god.
Is. I refuse to give up yet.
Oh my god. Please don't tell me I have to. Of course I do. Of course I fucking do. I don't remember. I don't remember shit. Okay. Man. This. This. And then this. And now what? Oh, it dropped. Is that it? Or this? Wait, that's right. No. Where was this one again? I don't fucking remember. In. No. I don't fucking know. Acha. Voila. I remember now.
First, last night at the time.
Yes, yes. I'm not gonna remake them.
That's.
This is gonna be trial and error, probably, because I'm dumb. But this is hard, man. They don't give you a lot of fucking like. There's just tiny images. Like what? It could be anything.
Once inside, he met with some.
Ooh.
It's. And attacked. And
or did he?
It was likely in the heat of the... Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, then remove...
No, of course not. Why would it be what I fucking chose? It's not this. I already fucking tried it. This? Wait, is it this?
You!
It's this, isn't it?
Which is why
Shirk. Roll. Shirk. Up. Aha!
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks have been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
No, yeah, no. I thought it wasn't that at all. This?
Here's exactly what happened. After all, using one of...
I want to die. Please, someone. This?
Here's exactly what happened. After using...
Aha!
And that's exactly how the killer did it.
I'm sorry.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
What a fucking piece of shit.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
Wipe.
Using the victim's own
So why the fuck did he sabotage
us?
us?
Grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Oh. Well, that's fine. Is it that?
The killer is you!
The killer is you, bro. Yeah.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade,
Oh.
the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence.
Oh, that's the
Chihiro's
sauna,
handbook.
not the pool. I thought it was a pool. Swoo. Wham! Yeah.
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Get fucked. I'm sorry, Mondo.
Right, Mondo Orada.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence in Mondo's skill had already revealed itself early in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Yeah, sure. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. So at this point, even if you push buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent. Right mouse button, okay. Destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus runs out, so you make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? So you've also prepared something called nega time that you open and can use. You open and activate nega time with your bullet. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. Further activate fever time at this point? No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opening. What would happen? Oh, no. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright, let's do it. Oh, it's with him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
What the fuck is going on?
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False.
Boom! Finally
Show me some
striking!
evidence.
This should prove
Bah! Open your eyes.
If my thinking so far is right,
Ultimate good
Mondo
guy.
must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I did it. I killed him.
Aww. Man. I hated that, man. I fucking hated that so much. I got an A, though.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for.
He didn't do it on purpose,
Grab
did he?
your lever and give it a yank.
There's
Who
no
will
way
you
he did it
elect
on
as the
purpose.
Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't think anyone's gonna make the dreadfully wrong one, Monokuma. Wow! That's amazing. I am depressed.
What?
Oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujizaki was Mondo Wada. Okay, I'm gonna end it here, actually. This episode is so fucking long. Yeah. You know, I'm bummed out. I don't know what to say. Just see you in the next episode.